Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Xah Talk Show. Today is 2020, May 22nd, Friday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, San Francisco time. And am I alive? The livelihood must be checked. So let's start Discord and let's show my Emacs screen. My Emacs screen for those of you Emacs users. So this pink window will show all my Emacs commands. So today's topic, I don't know. So if you have a question, put it to me, okay? And let's see what we're gonna talk about. And yesterday I had a epic fail, $100 epic fail. I was talking non-stop. I was doing a great show for 1 hour. Then after 1 hour, I realized I was not streaming. And there is this guy, JTeam90, who gave me $100, who asked questions about machine learning and artificial intelligence. So I talked about that for like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Then he also asked about constructive mathematics. I also talked about that for like 10 minutes. I also answered quite a bunch of questions. Alan's question about the artwork, and Ari Rand's question about nudity in society. So that's 1 hour talking to myself. What an epic failure, spectacular. Okay, so what we are going to talk about. First of all, I'm going to tell you the great artwork of yesterday. Now, so let's see, Xah Talk Show today. And so if you have questions, put it to me, okay? Now let me show you Sentient Trash Can. Now this is Sentient Trash Can. Out, vile, jelly donuts. Now this is by a friend, online acquaintance I know. His name is Florian Lengo, or however you pronounce it. You can go to his Instagram. Just search for Sentient Trash Can. You'll probably see my website, Xah Arts. The URL is on top there, you can see. And then you go to his Instagram. He's got lots of several other artworks. So his artwork is fantastic. They are, how do you describe it? Philosophic. I was trying to find a word to describe his kind of artwork. It's not, this word is not particularly about the style of the artwork, but rather about the content of the artwork. Something like philosophical, but that's not the right word. I don't remember what's the right word, but it gives you kind of a strange sense. Oh yeah, I remember. Nonsensical, not nonsensical, the universe, mysterious universe, which is, there's a genre of science fiction where you use this term to describe that genre, some sort of cosmic horror. I forgot what's the phrase. Does anyone know? Basically it means the content, the content address describes the randomness, the nonsensical, the way of, the questions we don't know. So anyway, so he's got, so let's see, where are we? Wait a minute. Chrome just crashed. What the fuck? Or did I quit it by mistake? I think Chrome just crashed. Okay, let's get back. Let's see. Lovecraftian. Yes, that's a word. But actually, but Lovecraftian. That's using one of the science fiction author, Lovecraft, to describe the situation. But there is a word that describes the situation directly, aesthetical brutalist. Not that. Faucet. I'm starting the show, right? You can see it, right? So let me go back to the artwork. Okay, so Sentient Trash Can. So here is his artwork, and here it's got this cat. Anyway, Sentient Trash Can. Okay, so you go to his Instagram. He's an online acquaintance I met on Google Plus about 7 years ago. So this is him. And he so anyway, check his artwork out. Very interesting. Sentient Trash Can. And he's got this cat. By the way, there's an artist who draw crazy cats. Let me show you. Okay, so psychedelic cats. Let me show you. PSY psychedelic cats. There it is, and his name is, now let me find the proper name. This is so slow. Jesus, just show it. Louis Wain. I believe the name is Louis Wain. It's very interesting. So psychedelic cat. Yeah, Louis Wain. So let me show it. LOUISWAIN. There it is. So you have a Wikipedia article. So he is a guy, he's an artist, he began drawing cats for children. For example, this is one of his artwork for children. Let me show you, okay. Then over a decade, his cat becomes more crazy and crazier. In the beginning, it's cats for children like that. Then later on, his cats becomes like that. So this guy Louis Wain, so you can look it up. And so my acquaintance, this guy, I suppose this artwork is inspired by that Louis Wain's cat. Okay, that's about the artwork. Let's go to the next topic. Let me copy the URL. So copy URL and put to today's talk. So what are we going to talk about today? Anything? Otherwise, I'm just going to start to go random. Let's see. So if you have a question for me, put my name to it. Okay, at XahTV. Have you seen Inland Empire? No, I haven't seen that. I don't know what movie is that. Also, I know you have watched 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yeah, that's a great film, but it's somewhat boring in the end because that kind of drawn on, But Space Odyssey, that's a great film. So let me talk about that, okay? XahTV Space Odyssey. Now there are two things. Let me show you about that. David Bowie. This is a fantastic song by David Bowie, Space Odyssey. And Space Odyssey. Okay, so the other one is Space Odyssey. Space Odyssey. I spelled it wrong. Land of Lisp. Let's see. Odessey, right? Odysssey. Yeah, Odyssey. That's like the Greek drama. Space Oddsey, something like that. There it is. But I want to find Space Odyssey. My article about okay, so I know where it is. XAH Music. Okay, search Space Oddity and Space Dementia. That's another great song by Midnight Poison. And there it is, Daisy Bell in 2001, A Space Odyssey. So here is my article. Let me show you. Okay, here. So here's my article, and so if you haven't already, you should check it out. So this movie is got an interesting. I mean, this is a great movie. It's got a classic. It shows human animals, and it's kind of philosophical and describe the human the meaning, sort of a bit meaning of human animals with respect to the cosmos. Let me find the other word. Lovecraftian. Yeah, Lovecraftian horror. That's the but I'm trying to find a word that describes cosmocism. But that's not the word I was thinking. Cosmetic horror, perhaps. Cosmocism is a literary philosophy developed and used by the American writer Lovecraft in his weird fiction. Lovecraft was a writer of philosophically intense horror stories that involves occult phenomenon like astral possession and alien miscegenation, and themes of his fiction over time contributed to the development of his philosophy. Cosmic horror, I think that's the word I'm looking for. Cosmic horror. Okay, so let's go back to, this is a great movie, 2001, A Space Odyssey. Odyssey is the Homer's, the great Greek classic novel, Odyssey. I haven't read that. And in Space Odyssey, there's this interesting thing, that is the computer sings a song. Let me show you part of it. Can you hear it? I gotta stop that because whole 9000 is a artificial intelligence computer program, and it's supposed to be here in 2001, but it's not. We are in 2020. It's not here yet. So Space Odyssey, this movie is made in 1960s, 1958 or 1960, something like that. So they predicted this is how the future going to be in 2001, but we don't have that at all. So there is this computer, artificial intelligence, sentient computer, HAL 9000, that sings the song Daisy Bell. And interestingly, around 2001, someone wrote a Perl program that uses artificial synthesizer on the Mac. So you run this program and you actually sing the song. So that's fantastic. But I cannot run it now because it's missing a library. I believe it's possible to get it to run, but I didn't have time to get it to work. So this is 2005. A Perl program that sings a song using on the Mac. So if I would be interested if you try to, if you get it to work, let me know. Okay, so that's about Space Odyssey, the movie. Now there is, let me show you another one. Okay, The Land of Lisp. That's a book. Okay, that's kind of boring. So let me show you. So David Bowie has a song, Space Oddity. That's another fantastic song. So let me copy the copy the URL and put to Kazah's talk today. Okay, I'm a bit now all messed up. Space Oddity, okay? Now space Odyssey, copy it, show in browser. Okay, close. Space Dementia is another great song. Now this song, there's a lyrics. It goes, a tryst of love gives us hate, a poison of midnight, dementia in space. Actually, that poem is written by me. Okay, but the song has a lyrics. Oh shit! I gotta stop that. So this song is used in a perfume advertisement. You know, the Dior's, women's perfumes. It's interesting if you look at women's perfumes, their bottle, their artwork, and their naming of things. For example, this one is called Midnight Poison. You might think, who would want to put poison, to use something, to use the name poison? But that is the fact. That is what perfumes are usually named after. Usually it's essentially seduction and erotics and pussy. Lots of some of the perfume bottles, they are shaped like pussy or tits or female. That's the thing. It's very interesting. So there's this ad featuring this girl. She's a famous actress Eva Green, in one of the James Bond girl. And this is a great ad, by the way. It's beautiful, and it features the song by Muse, which is how do you classify, what's the name of this class of song? It's kind of the, I don't know, part heavy metal, part something. I cannot think right now for some reason. Space Dementia. And this song, there's these lyrics. So it says, H8 is the one for me. It gives me all I need and helps me coexist with the chill. It's pretty good lyrics. And notice they use the letters H8 to stand for hate. It's very interesting. So that's about that song. Okay, so let's go back. Let's see what else I want to talk about. I can't talk right now. So let's see. Do you like dogs too? Are cats your spirit animals? Dogs and cats, yes, I love them, but I like cats better. Did you know what the writer of 2001 A Space Odyssey, Arthur C. Clarke, went to a science fair and saw a robot singing Daisy Bell? That was how he got the idea. Okay, I didn't know that, but well, I know he talked about it. But the first one, there's actually a computer, the IBM mainframe. That is the first computer who sang the song, and here is a recording of it. IBM 7094 sings Daisy Bell. That's the first song sung by computer in 1961. Okay, so okay, you cannot hear the music. Okay, there must be something you have to do with other channel or something. Yeah, that's the issue I've looked for. So anything else? How long have I been talking? right now I'm somehow not in a groove, so I'm not like I forgot how to talk now. So how long have I been talking? 27 minutes. Okay. Anything else? Let's see. Okay, let me relax and see what we're gonna talk about. We are going to do a typing demo, maybe. Yeah, that's easy to do. Check. Okay, I've been talking for 20 minutes. Let's do a typing demo. Typerace. Okay, so there is a question. So let me let me tell you about these keyboard things. So we are starting to talk about keyboard. Actually, now since I mentioned about keyboard, I actually have quite a lot of things to show you guys. New things. Now, Logitech G Hub is the worst software. Okay, don't I mean the Logitech G Hub starting about half a year ago. Logitech came out with a new software for their gaming devices, gaming keyboards and gaming mice. Before the G Hub, it's called Logitech Gaming Software, and that software is one of the greatest software. It's very extremely easy to use and powerful. You can set your mouse or keys to whatever you can program the buttons and you're working any operating system without needing to install the software again. But about half a year ago, Logitech came out with a new software, G Hub, that is replacing the old one, Logitech gaming software. So G Hub, but G Hub is the worst fucking shit possible, to the degree that I no longer recommend Logitech mouses, because when you buy a Logitech mouse, for example, I was trying to program this mouse I have using, I downloaded their latest version, G Hub. They name it G Hub, and it actually bricked my mouse because all the programs, the keys I programmed, I want to change one of them. But after using G Hub, it's screwed up. It's extremely hard to find out how to do things, and even it's impossible maybe. So it essentially bricked my the mouse I had. So eventually I found out that their old version, the Logitech gaming software, is still available online. So I downloaded that, then I changed it back. Then I did what I wanted. But now, if you buy a new Logitech mouse, for example, let's say, so I've been thinking I want to buy a new mouse. For example, this one is new. You buy this mouse, you cannot program it with the old software, the Logitech gaming software. You cannot program it with that. You have to use the G Hub. So, but with the G Hub, I collected many comments on Amazon and also my personal experience. Here's many comments on Amazon. The G Hub is just impossible to use. So if you buy a new Logitech mouse, it essentially becomes a brick. Did you get a text Shinobi? What's a text Shinobi? Okay, so Logitech G Hub is no good. Okay, I got several other things to tell you. Okay, now here is a mouse with a mechanical key switches modification. I think that's a great idea, because one of the hand pain caused by mouse, a lot of people have hand pain, repetitive strain injury with the mouse. One of the problem, I'm pretty sure, is the mouse button, because the mouse button, they are pretty stiff. You have to exert pressure, and pretty stiff. So I think it would be much better if someone created a mouse with a mechanical keyboard keys, preferably low profile blue clicky switches. I think that's a great idea. So some people have tried to do that. Someone drew this schematic, and some people actually did that. So I think that's a great idea. So if we wait for someone to market that. Now another news is that there's two new pieces of trackball from Elecom. Now both of them are for pretty small. They are for mobile purposes. So one is index finger based trackball. Each one of them got 5 buttons, pretty basic. So this one is index finger based, and this one is thumb based. And either of them, they have a Bluetooth version and a wireless version. Like for some reason, the Japanese makers, they separated them. So you either buy the Bluetooth version or you buy the USB wireless version with a dongle transceiver. And also, let me show you. Okay, let me show you. So I have a collection of all the trackball sizes. So here they are. So you can see all the sizes of the balls. So this one is actually 25 millimeter ball, which is 2.5 centimeter. Actually, I forgot to write it, so let me do it right now. So open the page and go here. Let me magnify, show the keyboard so you can see my Emacs operation. So paste it here, modify 25. There it is, show in browser. So you can see now it says 25 millimeters. So you have 32 millimeters, 34 millimeters, 34 millimeter balls are very popular. So all these are all compatible. You can switch the balls. Then you have bigger balls. So that's about that. And also you can buy the replacement balls. These days, today, you can easily buy the replacement balls. They come, it's on Amazon. They specifically designed for the trackballs. But let's say 5 years ago, it's usually difficult. For example, if you have a Logitech trackball, you want to replace the ball, you buy them, it costs like $20. It's almost like buying a new trackball. So Mark Berozov gave me $5, 5 pounds, which is like $6. Thank you. I challenge everyone here to do a super chat. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to do a type demo. Okay, so yeah, let me okay, hold on a second. Let me show about. Let's put the topic here. XAH talk show, and show the keyboard, magnify, open it, magnify, and Midnight David Bowie Midnight trackball and ball size. So we talked about that, and elecom trackballs, we talked about that, and go here. So now let me talk about keyboard, the speed differences of different keyboards. So let me going to show you my keyboards. Okay, and this is answer. This is the answer to one of the guys. Super, are you here? There it is. Super, get on. Super, are you in the chat? Like, say something in the YouTube chat. So let me get the keyboard. Let's do a typing comparison on different keyboards. So there it is, my Kinesis Advantage 2 keyboard, and plug it in. So let me tell you what's going on. So when you are doing speed typing, for example, in typing competitions, keyboard matters. Okay, some keyboard are slower, some are faster, and typically, the laptop keyboard, they got thin profiles, so you don't have to push so much to activate it. Laptop keyboards are fast. Okay, so if you are doing a typing competition, you want to use laptop keyboards. But if you want to, but however, usually keyboard nerds, we are into mechanical keyboards, with mechanical keys. So let me show you. For example, right now I'm using my this is stupid. Let me connect it. Let's see if I can. Okay, so I'm using the which side is left, which side is right. What the fuck? Yeah, fuck it. Let me pull my camera. Okay. And let me show you my desk. So let's go over here and let's show you my desk. Okay, so right now I'm using this ultimate hacking keyboard. Okay, and now here is Kinesis keyboard. Now both of them are mechanical keys, because you can see the keys, there's some depth to it. And my Kinesis is using Cherry MX Brown keys, which is tactile. And here on the happy hacking, on the ultimate hacking, it's linear red switches. So linear switches is faster than the Cherry MX Brown, but also because of the shape of the Kinesis, it's actually much fairly significantly noticeably slower if you want to do speed typing. So let's go to Typerace and let's do some comparison. So in summary, if you are doing speed typing, like such as in competition, different keyboards matters. Okay, laptop kind of low profile, that's the fastest. Kinesis is the slowest. Now, but however, remember that Kinesis, speed has little to do with comfort. So Kinesis is the most comfortable. So if you are typing, for example, 4 hours a day for a year, and you use a laptop keyboard, that's going to ruin your hands. The next year you cannot type anymore. Yeah, you type fast, but next year you cannot type anymore. So you actually do want a comfortable keyboard. So you see, these are some of the intricacies and complexities about keyboarding. You cannot have everything. You actually, theoretically, it's possible to have a very fast keyboard and also most comfortable. Yeah. For example, this my ultimate hacking keyboard. It's it's very fast. So let me show you. Let's see the difference. Okay, so I'm going to go to Typerace. Okay, so let's see. Let's quit Discord. Okay. And enter typing race. Okay, so I'm going to start to type on this, I guess. Get ready to race. Oh, shit. 3, 2, 1. Say my trailer is legally defined as a V. Ah, fuck. Fuck it. Oh, they require everything to be correct. Okay, now I know. Because one of the techniques is to skip. When you got a mistake, just skip it. Just keep going. You don't want to fix the errors because that slows you down. But on this particular side, they require. I think they require it to be correct. Actually, I won for this one. Wait, did I wrong? Yeah, I did. Some other people don't know how to type. Okay, so what's 54 word per minute? Okay, that's Usually I can, like, if I didn't practice, it would be 70 word per minute. If I practice for, for 30 minutes, I'll be 80 word per minute. I can go up to 90 usually. So let's do another one, okay? I gotta warm up. How can you guys join? I think for you guys to join, I have to register a account, something like that. So if you found out how, post the link, I'll go there. Otherwise, let's do another one. So let's see, race again. Ah, 68 word per minute, better. Let's do again. Yes, sign me up. No, I don't want to sign up. No thanks. Actually, I need to get prepared there, Add me. Gah. 69 word per minute. Okay, well, that's about 70 word per minute. The most error are, the correcting error that costs you. That's a problem. Okay, that's with my ultimate hacking keyboard. Let's try the Kinesis keyboard. But before I do that, I so before I do the typing test, I need to warm up on my Kinesis keyboard first. Okay, let's do it. Now I'm using Kinesis. Actually, I should point the camera to my keyboard so you can see. I didn't mean to do that, please. Now that's a quote from Pulp Fiction. Yeah. You can see actually I'm slower, partly also because what does what country what English do you speak it? Then you know what I am saying, motherfucker. So that's significantly slower, 52 words per minute. Partly because I haven't been typing on my Kinesis for today, so you have to actually use it to get warmed up. But you know, it's a bit slower than my Ultimate Hacking keyboard. Okay, I think that's about that. Let's see YouTube comments. I think my Typerace, you can still press Control Backspace to delete the whole word. Oh, you can? Okay. That's a trick, you know, with these websites, you have to know. Can be faster for correcting mistake. Yeah. No, to delete the whole word either, then make a bunch of small corrections. Yeah, Control A, select all, and delete backspace. Okay. Pulp Fiction. Okay, so that's about that. Anything else? Okay, I'm let's see what else I want to talk about. So yesterday we talked about I tried to answer the question, why is web technology so complex, so fucked up? And I end up you know, talking about that for 30 minutes, something like that. Let's do another one, maybe. You see, the Control Backspace to delete a word. That's great, but however, for me that does not necessarily work, because I have, you know, for example, in my Emacs, for me to delete a word backward, let me show you. Okay, so let's see, I want to delete this word, experiences. So to delete that, I just press this key, dot, you know, a single dot on the Vorak. So undo. Let me show you again. You see a single dot on Vorak. So I'm used to, this is XahTV keys on Emacs. So I'm used to this way of working. I never actually press Control Backspace. In fact, I've reprogrammed my keyboard such that Control Backspace is usually not easy to do. For example, on my Kinesis, to press Control Backspace, I have to use both of my thumb, you know, one finger on Control and one finger on Backspace. So it's because I don't have Control key on the right hand. So I think maybe that's it for today. Coffee, no more coffee. What do I think about text editors versus IDE? Well, what to say about that? Basically, you know, text editors is efficient for text editing, while IDE is typically designed to, in general, okay, the general idea that, you know, the IDE integrated development environment. Okay, that's what it stands for, integrated development environment. You know, by definition, IDE is better, purely by definition, because it has far more features, and this integrated, you know, this IDE is designed by design from the ground up. It is designed for programmers to compile code, and you have debuggers, you have all sort of tools and features designed for programming developers purposes, especially for particular languages such as C, C++, Java. In these languages you typically use IDE. But anyway, in general, it doesn't matter what language you program. The very concept, the definition of the IDE itself means it's better. Okay, it's simply better than a text editor. Simply just editing text. Now, however, in the real world, the IDE typically became such that it relies on buttons. It relies on graphical user interface. So for nerds, for efficiency nerds, relying on GUI is typically not efficient. So typically, in particular on Microsoft Windows, you have to use mouse. Okay, so let me summarize. IDE, the very definition of IDE means it's better. It is just better than text editors. Period. However, in real world, typically IDE, because of social reasons, the way IDEs are typically very inefficient and bloated for social reasons. Okay, not for technical reasons, for social reasons. Therefore, many of us prefer text editors, such as Emacs and VI. So that's my opinion about that. I myself almost have never used IDEs because I don't program in those languages. I don't really have experience in compiled languages such as C, C++, Java. Well, I know Java and I know Golang. Okay, but I never worked with them in a company. So that's my answer for that. Let me put my Kinesis keyboard away. Exception. So Hello says any text editor can become an IDE, just make more add-ons. Not necessarily so. So Hello is saying any text editors can become an IDE. Not really. Hello says all you have to do is just add on extensions. That's false, because for these kind of things you have to design from the beginning. You cannot simply make an text editor to become an IDE. You can, many text editors, they don't have extension possibility. They don't have the architecture. For example, Notepad. Are you going to make Notepad to become an IDE? No. Or the simplest text editor on the Mac, TextEdit. So right now I'm on TextEdit. So this is a text editor, the simplest one. Can you make it to become an IDE? No. So for Emacs, for example, Emacs and Vim, you could do, you could add features so it becomes more like IDE, but not really, not exactly. Okay, I think maybe that's it for today. Let's see how long I've been talking. 50 minutes. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. And also J Team, so if you are watching, I don't know, you last time you answered yesterday you asked the question about machine learning and artificial intelligence. Too bad, I made a mistake, so I wasn't online. So I don't know if I should, do a video talk about that. Maybe not, because you probably have seen, my talk about those things. But anyway, so I think the best thing is that if you are online, you ask me live, then I'll talk about that. That's better. Okay, bye guys.